Every few years, a Kenyan president promises the same thing. We will turn Kenya into another Singapore. It sounds ambitious. It sounds modern. It sounds inspiring. But here's the problem no one wants to say out loud. Singapore was built with discipline. Kenya was bled by theft. You cannot steal your way to Singapore. Kenya's biggest development problem is not lack of vision. It is not lack of talent. It is not even lack of money. Kenya's real problem is this. The state was captured early and never fully reclaimed. Singapore succeeded not because it talked big, but because it made corruption irrational. Singapore chose a path that was cold, boring, and devastatingly effective. An independent anti-corruption agency with real power. Investigations that went upward, not sideways. Jail time for ministers, judges, and senior officials. Asset seizures that financially destroyed families. No ethnic, political, or historical exemptions. Enforcement that never paused for elections. In short, if corruption didn't ruin you, it ruined your lineage. That is why it stopped. Goldenberg was not just theft. It was state capture in its infancy. Fake exports, real payments. The central bank turned into a cash machine. Billions lost when Kenya desperately needed capital for industry, education, and infrastructure. Goldenberg taught the political class one lesson that changed everything. You can steal at scale and survive. That lesson stuck. Goldenberg was not a scandal. It was a training manual. Anglo Leasing, in my mind, Anglo Fleecing, perfected the art. Phantom security contracts, payments for services never delivered, shell companies abroad, legal intimidation to block investigations. This was no longer smash-and-grab theft. This was paperwork theft, protected by lawyers, politics, and silence. By now, corruption was no longer criminal. It was administrative. While Singapore jailed ministers for envelopes, Kenya normalized invoices. After that, the playbook became standard. Overpriced infrastructure, inflated procurement, debt-backed projects with leakage, commissions wired out, projects launched, abandoned, relaunched, the names change, the methods don't. So, can the money ever come back? The honest answer? Very little, if any. Why? Time. The money was laundered decades ago. Jurisdictions, moved through multiple countries. Assets, converted into property, trusts, and dynasties. Politics, recovery means confronting people still powerful today. Law, cases drag, evidence disappears, witnesses fade. Justice, prosecutions target the expendable, not the architects. Kenya has not failed to recover stolen wealth because it is impossible. It has failed because it is inconvenient. Here is the uncomfortable arithmetic. Singapore built ports, housing, education, transport, and industry using disciplined public money. Kenya has paid, repeatedly, for roads rebuilt 3 times, dams that don't hold water, projects launched, abandoned, relaunched, and debt servicing that crowds out development. You cannot build Singapore when capital leaks faster than it's generated. Accountability resets every election, and theft is negotiated, not punished. Singapore jailed ministers. Kenya negotiates with them. Singapore protected institutions from politicians. Kenya sacrifices institutions to protect politicians. You cannot build discipline on stolen foundations. Corruption does not just drain budgets. It kills belief. Citizens stop paying taxes willingly. Investors demand higher risk premiums. True professionals exit public service. Cynicism becomes national culture. Corruption steals time. It steals trust. It steals future options. This is the damage that never appears in audit reports. Kenya's way out is not violence. It is something far more threatening to thieves a state that works. Automatic lifestyle audits, unexplained wealth laws enforced without apology, asset recovery without plea bargains, lifetime bans from public office, personal liability, fast courts that do not negotiate. This hurts more than bullets because it destroys status, dynasties, and access to power in daylight. Why hasn't Kenya done this? Because it would require leaders to prosecute allies, accept instability, sacrifice careers, and build institutions they cannot control. That level of leadership has been consistently absent. You can borrow Singapore's language. You can copy its policies. You can even visit and take photos, but you cannot steal your way to Singapore. And Kenya has